YNW Melly's lawyers have just targeted the Broward County Jail to have Melly released. A report shares. Melly sues Broward Sheriff's Office for cruel treatment and is seeking immediate release from prison. Melly also claims that they have not allowed him to see or speak with any family members in 3 years.
YNW Melly hopes that a new lawsuit filed on his behalf gets him out of prison. The lawsuit accuses the Broward Sheriff's Office of cruel treatment and violating his constitutional rights. The rapper, whose real name is Jamel Demons, is accused of murdering 2 of his childhood friends back in 2018. Now, he hasn't been able to see or speak to any of his family members for the last 3 years, according to the lawsuit.
Because it's been stated Melly lives in a cold jail cell with no edible food or human contact. It was also reported an interview from Melly's mother paints a disturbing picture of Melly's life in jail, making it sound like he won't last much longer. In an interview, we saw her share that despite Melly already having a mistrial, he still has no permission in jail because he can't use the phone or look at his mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
Melly's mom, Jamie King, would also reveal she feels heartbroken with how he's being treated inside lockup.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As during Melly's trial, we saw a glimpse of how sad she is about Melly. Even though he got a mistrial, his lawyers immediately asked for a bond or house arrest until the next trial, and it was instantly denied. This led her to break down in the courtroom, and Melly asked if she was okay.
Sorry.
With the case being so big and Melly constantly having things go against him, we saw Boozy talk about the stress Melly's mother has been going through.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
But while Melly's lawyers filed for his release from prison, we saw YNW Bortland get thrown in jail, which will probably ruin Melly's chances of getting out.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
Because the feds obtained a search warrant and raided Bortland's house. They'd find very concerning paperwork about the trial with the report. Here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of Bortland's home last week, because the drawings show where jurors were sitting in the courtroom, with descriptions of what they looked like, which is extremely serious with how academics reacted to it.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
Because imagine Melly was sentenced for the charges against Sack Chaser and Juvie. There's no saying what Bortlen might have done with the jurors' information. This is why jurors being anonymous is important to the courtroom, and Bortlen went directly against it. However, the new prosecutor in the case submitted evidence files to the judge that relate to what Melly's motive was. The prosecutor realized Melly was close with King Von back in the day, and recently an O-Block member shared something King Von told him about YNW Melly, because Melly asked Von how to handle his situation with two of his best friends.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? What the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Because it turns out Sack Chaser and Juvie were after Melly for financial gain. They wanted a bigger piece of the YNW business than Melly wanted to give them. Plus, with him getting advice from King Von, knowing his past, you can imagine what advice Von would have given Melly. This is bad for Melly because in the first trial they didn't connect it for a motive. But when you pair it with Melly's phone messages that have him admitting he did it, it's not good for him.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
But weirdly enough, Melly also had a Facebook Live saved to his phone that shows both Melly and Bortlen having a great day only hours after Sack Chaser and Juvie passed.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
With no sadness for the fallen best friends, the prosecutor also has testimony of a professional crime scene investigator that revealed the Jeep they were in wasn't a drive-by incident.
Assignment, which is to determine if this was a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. The at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Okay, a lot of information in that answer, so let's break it down a little bit. You mentioned so I'm gonna zoom in on site F. Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that name from?
Driver's side back seat.
No. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time.
With the investigator revealing the crime must have happened inside the vehicle, it all points to who was in the back left seat, to which YNW Juvie's mother hopped on the stand to identify who went where inside the car.
And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right-hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
But over the last year, while the prosecutors continued to build a solid case, Melly's lawyers have tried to get him released again. By reporting, Melly's Double M retrial is set for September 2025, as his mother Jamie King gave an update outside the courthouse.
Free Melly till he's free. He's coming home, guys. Just patience. So we did have court today, him and Bort. They both had court. And so basically, the judge put a new trial date in for September 10th of 2025. Please make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, they need to just dismiss the case. So, and yeah, he still doesn't have phone calls. Still no visitation. He's still in the new facility all alone by himself, no contact. He's not allowed to have contact with any other inmates. They move him around with several guards. It's like something you never...
What's also going to be different about the new case is that we have a completely new judge, as it was announced. Judge Murphy has effectively retired on August 1st. Judge Martin will oversee the Melly retrial. This case will have new prosecutors, lawyers, and judge in the case next September. But we saw Melly enter the court for his latest update. As we heard, new judge hears Melly's lawyers out on a bond release. With many moving pieces for the retrial, a delay is likely. Expect the rapper to release soon. But it wouldn't be surprising for him to not get out, because it's important to note that Melly and Bortlen were taken in February 2019. Almost immediately, Bortlen was released on bond in 2019, but Melly's had to stay in lockup the whole time, even with Melly's mistrial granted on July 22nd, 2023. The main reason for this goes back to the first interview Bortlen did with the police, which suggests he's the innocent one and Melly did it all.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's gotta be some evidence there. There's gonna be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's gonna be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's gonna be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's gonna be evidence over there. Okay, right now, there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
However, Melly just seems incredibly unlucky in this case, because when his lawyers tried for a bond release again just recently, Melly was hit with even more charges.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new jury.
These charges link back to how Melly and Bortlen were allegedly witness tampering with his ex-girlfriend so that she wouldn't testify in the case. We even saw YNW Juvie's father speak about their witness tampering.
Both Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortlen, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they're going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom and